I've always been really fascinated by the importance of sound. It's really like the fabric of the universe, something totally real. And when you tune into it, you go beyond all constructs. Seems to me anyway. Music can be a really good gateway into yourself, which is in turn a gateway into the universe and everything. And I can say for a fact that Grateful Dead music is a gateway into everything. They have, for me, shown the power that music can have over a person. I think the great thing about music, or the thing about great music, is its ability to make you forget about yourself, and not in a self-destructive way, but in a more transcendent way. And no other band for me has reflected this and the heights that music can take you to better than the music of the Grateful Dead and the bands that have come out from that tradition. I started listening to the Grateful Dead in 2017. Since that time, I've discovered how the music grows on you while you grow on the music. It's like a simultaneous process, almost religious in nature. It's a lifetime process towards sort of understanding or self-realization or awakening. And for this reason, I think for a lot of people, their concerts were very important. Like a mass gathering of people looking to experience something sacred. I think the music will live well past the surviving members. Billy, Phil, Bobby, Mickey. It's already survived well past the lives of the deceased members of Jerry, Brent, Keith, Vince, Pigpen, and will probably survive well past all of our lifetimes as well. I think they've endured so long because their music is beyond any sort of trend. Trends have their place in music, but this is just beyond that, beyond any words, beyond any place and time. It's really the truest reality in music form. You finish listening to a song or a set, a tour for 30 minutes or 3.5 hours or 30 years, and you'll wonder where all the time went, but then you'll stop thinking and want to do it all over again.
This video will show you how to control your dreams tonight without any previous experience in a lucid lucid dream, whatever you think of becomes reality. You can fly, teleport, spawn people, create things out of thin air, but first, you've got to enter the lucid dream.
Three years ago, around this time in 2018, I started writing indie game reviews, and I realized that it was something I was really passionate about, not only video games, but talking about them. And it's just these games can show us things that we think are fun or that we think are interesting, but they can make us explore those parts of ourselves that I don't think you can necessarily get from other mediums. My name is Sophie. I am from Guadalajara, Mexico, and I've grown up here in Houston first and then Austin most of my life. I run Sleepy Toadstool as a hobby, my indie review blog. I call it a blog, although it's a website. I review indie games on a bi-weekly basis. The reason I want to shine a light on indie games is because they can touch on things that have not been touched on in perhaps even other mediums, and they can do it in a way that you would never imagine. It all started pretty much because of a couple reasons. My partner, he is a game developer, and I saw a game he was working on, Mythic Ocean, at the time, and I got to see that a small team, just 3 people or even 1 person, can work on a game and make something really unique and really different. So that kind of got me interested in indie games and what they were. So I happened to be on Spotify, and Spotify was suggesting songs to me. And I stumbled upon this one song from the Rockwin soundtrack. It was so beautiful, and I was so blown away that I had to play this game. The music was absolutely beautiful, the art was really cute, and the story was absolutely emotional and heartbreaking. So I just fell in love with it, and it became one of my favorite games. So I decided to write a review about it because I wanted others to know how much I liked it and how good it was. So that's when I decided I would start playing other games like that, and I would write reviews about them. It definitely feels like work sometimes, and I do have to make time for it, but I always pick games I like. I mean, I have the advantage that I'm not a paid reviewer. I don't get assigned games by anyone. I assign them to myself, so I'm gonna pick a game I think I'll like. I have this need to always complete games. I'm not a completionist by any means, and I have to get every single thing, but I do want to finish the game. I really like seeing the credits roll, so that kind of drives me to finish it. And if I ever feel like I'm not going to be happy playing it and I just don't want to finish it, I won't make myself, because maybe I can give a good enough review without doing that. I've actually done that once where I did not finish a game because it wasn't good, and I still wrote a review because that was my assessment of it. It's funny how there's such a, oh, girls don't play games, games are for boys, stigma. It's funny how that's a thought, because if you go all the way back to like when games were first being made, that wasn't a thing at all until marketing decided to make this really edgy, like boy-centered marketing campaign for games. Like they were so targeted towards boys to play video games. So I think the problem is, for some reason, I guess people who have, certain men who have played games their whole life feel like they have to own this, in the way they feel like they have to own a lot of other properties. But it's games are so fun, and they're an artistic medium. So it should be for everyone to enjoy, for kids to enjoy, for adults to enjoy, for women, men, everybody. So I think we need to more proudly embrace the games that we're into, and if they're called casual games, that's fine. And I think the indie game scene has helped that, because we see these little tiny, sort of wholesome, sort of shorter games, and those are real games and people really enjoy them. And I think there's definitely a space for everybody in that space. What I want people to take away from my reviews, I guess one, let me speak first to people who already play video games. I would say that there's so much more out there, and you might discover that a game that was made by one person is absolutely incredible and touches you in a way that like nothing else has. It's a piece of media that feels personal, and it hasn't been really touched by an industry in a way. So I recommend, if you play games but you don't play indie games, look at what indie games are out there. Maybe start by looking at my reviews and see what you might like. For people who don't play games, indie games are a really great way to start. I mean, for you, games might seem too scary or hard or violent or something, and this is a really good place to start, because indie games tend to be made a little bit more passionately, I guess, and you can find games that perhaps are more welcoming, more accessible, more warm. So I'd say, if you don't think what you've seen out there of video games from the industry isn't for you, then maybe indie games are for you. So I would just say, find your community and find people who share that passion, because they're definitely out there.
Good evening, Art District. This is your manager speaking. It's time for a weekly report. Carrie, show me how we're doing.
This week's production rates have been on a 30% decline. 10 members with the lowest results will face termination tonight.
Oh, Christ. Hey, Carrie?
How may I be of service today?
Yeah, I'm out of here. I quit.
Understood.
Wait a minute. Carrie, stop.
Good evening, 1024. The time is 8:02 p.m., Saturday, November 7th. Your weekly tasks are due at 9 p.m., Saturday, November 7th. Your home district is currently under lockdown. This restriction will be lifted at 12 a.m., Sunday, November 8th. Do not attempt to leave the restricted area. How may I be of service today?
Request an order of art supplies. Make sure to get them here as soon as possible.
Understood. Your order will arrive in approximately 8 hours.
Carrie.
How may I be of service today?
Request an order of art supplies. Make sure to get them from within the district.
This is the fastest possible option.
Useless.
Hey, 24. Guess who became the art district manager?
A21?
That's right. Hard work pays off. I'm in charge now.
Now you get to boss me around like when we were kids. At least I won't feel so bad about it now.
So, I haven't received this week's pictures yet. You gonna send them?
This is a reminder that you have an incomplete task that is due at 9 p.m. Congratulations, 1024. Your complete task has been received. Your next assignment will be due on Tuesday, November.
Hi, my name is Nelda, and I'm with Hunting with Heroes Wyoming. The technical term for me is I'm the Chief Operating Officer, but I like to refer to myself as the Chief Helper. Hunting with Heroes Wyoming is a charitable nonprofit organization. We take disabled veterans hunting in Wyoming. We were founded in 2013 by 2 Army veterans, Wyoming natives, and avid hunters. They met when one of our founders, Colton Sasser, was hospitalized near where we live after he was recuperating from a life-threatening injury that he sustained in Afghanistan. Dan's a veteran from Vietnam, and they decided that there was nothing better from a healing standpoint for veterans than getting outdoors, and what better way to get them to heal as outdoors in Wyoming. They both set out to figure out how to get tags in Wyoming, but Wyoming residents who draw tags can donate their tags to a disabled veteran. The only gate that a veteran has to get across is they have to have a 50% or more disability rating that is verified by the VA. We've never turned away a veteran because of a disability.
Man, what is this score?
What did it score?
Yeah, what did this score?
You know, I don't know.
Does it have any paperwork on it?
They might, I don't know. It's a big one.
It's a big one.
6x6, man.
It's 6, yeah.
6x6.
We were founded in 2013. We have hunted approximately 2,500 veterans throughout the years. We averaged 250 to 300 a year. That first year, when we had the big idea, they thought they would do 2 or 3 a year. We had 9 to 13. We had some snowstorms that got in the way that first year. But after that, we've grown and we average about 250 to 300 veterans per year. When they contact us, we ask them to register on our website. It's a very easy process for them to fill out the application. When they fill out their application, we ask them to upload a copy of their VA letter that does substantiate that they have a 50% disability rating or more from the VA. We do prioritize Wyoming veterans, and then we prioritize World War II, Vietnam, Korea, and then after that, They get chosen based on when they registered, so we keep pretty accurate records of when a veteran gets his registration done, gets his VA letter uploaded, and we get a chance to see it to make sure that they are qualified to go through the program. All over the state of Wyoming, probably we're up to about 9 chapters. Chapters can be, they can host 4 to more than 20 veterans. We do have some communities that like to have a larger group.
Well, we're burning daylight, fellas, so let's get out there and hit it.
Once you get there, we pay for everything. We handle everything. We room and board, rifles, equipment. On Friday, the veterans get to us and we take them out and sight in their rifles and get them familiar with the rest of the group. And then Saturday morning is the hunt. They meet before the sun comes up, well before the sun comes up. And there's a lot of beautiful wide open space in Wyoming, so we might have 10 or 12 people hunting in area 73 or something like that. They just don't even see each other all day long. There's all kinds of great places to hunt in Wyoming, and our guides know where those animals are. Some of our chapters, they actually do some of the processing right there on site. You get your meat prepared and packed, and then Saturday night we have a really nice dinner. We partner with an organization called Project Healing Waters Fly Fishing, and they will take as many hunters as they have boats for out on the river in Wyoming, around Casper on the Platte River. And then on Sunday evening we have another dinner, and it's a more intimate dinner with the veterans and the guides, and at that dinner we generally turn the floor over to all of our guests.
Thinking when Darren was reading those names is, we'll never get the opportunity to take these folks hunting, and that's sad. And we have the honor though to take these folks hunting. And with the help of the good folks in this organization, we'll keep doing that, and and we'll, in our hearts, we'll take these folks hunting. Thank you all very much for being here tonight.
What we always say is, we can't do enough, and every little bit that you do is going to help someone, and it might just take that one person that gets to you personally and gets right into your heart that you know that you've helped. we first started, we thought that it was going to be all about the hunt. And we quickly realized that the hunt was just the magic.
An antelope's the hardest critter out there to judge. They're just hard. Sometimes you think, boy, I found this a big buck, and you kill them, and they're just not. And then last year, Odie got a migraine, so he wanted. It was like, we gotta get this hunt done, and found a buck that was, I thought was a decent buck, and then he shoots it, and it ends up being, really a pretty good buck. It was a lot longer than I thought.
Well, you're looking at an animal from 500 yards away. It looks good, but once you get to it,
yeah, sometimes they put a little ground shrinkage, but every now and then you get surprised the other way. And like I say, this one obviously isn't too spooky today.
The real benefit that these men and women get is the camaraderie, the fellowship, the partnership, the safe and open environment, the things that happen, outside of the actual hunt. I mean, don't get me wrong, the hunt gets them fired up, and the opportunity to hunt in Wyoming is the big draw. But they're harboring a lot deep inside that there isn't a great community for them to be able to share and process some of that. There are several veterans that have told us that we saved their lives, and we don't take that lightly, and we don't believe that they're telling us that just because they want to compliment us that we're doing a great job. We really do think that being with each other and being outdoors and having the opportunity to share things in a safe environment is key.
oh, it's okay. I know it's loud.
750. I sold it to you $725. And now we have another chance
Well, hello there, kind stranger. My name is Josh, and I got the musical means to assist your needs. Tell me, what do you hope to learn from my lessons?
Well, I want to learn the guitar to become like a rock star legend, but anytime I try, it just sounds horrible.
Oh. Well, no need to worry. That's why I'm here, my little guppy friend. Here, let's start with the fundamentals of playing the guitar. I want you to repeat the first string after me. Got it? Ugh. I think I have what you need. Now try that again, and this time don't suck.
Hey guys. Ennis makes a lot of this happen.
Bro, where have you been? Please tell me you got that movie for us to watch tonight.
Oh, well, I found this strange DVD lying outside our front door. I don't know what this is. Did you buy something from Redbugs?
Dude, I don't know what you talking about. I ain't seen no movie lying outside our house. Besides, who buys movies from Redbox anymore?
Well, I picked it up, opened the case, and the disc appears they have this strange pentagram logo on it.
What is it? Some kind of demonic DVD straight from hell?
I don't know. It beats me.
Well, we got a movie we ain't never seen, so I say we watch it tonight. Let's do it.
No. I got a feeling like we should watch something else.
No, let's watch it tonight.
How scary can it be?
You guys. Sure. Alright, okay, fine. Charlie, you got the popcorn set?
Own it.
Sarah, you got the drinks?
Got it.
I'll take care of this. Guys, movie's about to start. Thank you. Holy shit!
What's wrong, Johnny?
I just saw someone in black stalking us out my window.
Why did you pause the movie? It was just getting good.
I swear I saw him.
I don't see nobody outside.
Dude, you're just imagining things. It's the movie. Stop being a baby and play it.
I swear he was there.
What just happened?
I think the power went out. Hey, I think the power's back on now.
Where's Charlie?
What do you mean?
I mean, where's Charlie?
This is not funny. Charlie?
Charlie?
Charlie? Charlie?
Charlie?
Charlie? Hey, Charlie?
Charlie, are you in there?
Charlie!
I don't think he's in the house.
Nope. Can't find him either. Let's just go outside and check if he's out there.
Johnny?
Yeah?
I think I found him.
Where?
He's by the fence.
Charlie! Charlie! Is this some type of prank? Hey! Charlie? Stop messing around, man. That's it. Hey, Charlie.
My name is James Evans. I'm from Round Rock. I'm originally from Chicago. I spend the majority of my time kind of playing video games and reading. I guess it was because that combination of gaming and reading sort of like led me to TTRPGs later on. The TTRPG is when you get a group of players, people together, usually about 4 or 5 people. They come together in a room, you sit down, and essentially you just all tell a collective story together.
You guys walk down the stairs, and you see before you is an altar with sort of blood-stained stairs leading up to the top, and there, nothing.
Dungeons & Dragons itself is like sort of a way where you can like come up with rules and a world and like sort of a basis to your story.
Like a coward's way to play.
Got it.
Do I have advantage because he doesn't know?
He's not expecting it, so go ahead.
That story can take sort of a lot of different directions depending on who's at the table. Because again, it's not just one person who's reading off of a script or one person leading everyone. It's everyone's input changes how the story is made and laid out. And I guess that's kind of what I really enjoy about TTRPGs. And like when you bring in the mechanics and the rules of like the game itself, it really gives it that extra challenge and edge that makes it fun.
Huh? I have Shield of Faith.
You Shield of Faith.
Does it still hit?
I still hit you.
Usually I've been assigned the role as Dungeon Master, so I'm in charge of the one telling the story, basically creating the sandbox that the players, the other people on the table, sort of play in. I'm the one pulling the strings, and the players are the ones who are the main cast, the actors, who are going on the grand adventure, who are going to be the grand heroes and things like that.
So the goblin is going to, if you guys can just move him 5 feet forward, is going to throw his up to the floor and begs like, please, I have no idea where I'm getting from, please help me.
It's honestly really fun. I really enjoy it because it allows me to really take advantage of my storytelling abilities and really gives me a good opportunity to come together with other people and tell a story I never could have come up with by myself. It makes me really creative and makes me come up with like really fun ideas for like whether it's custom enemies or custom dungeons. And I honestly got so much into it that it actually made me want to start my own system too, which I've been writing for the past 1.5 years. It's called The Maze right now. The book itself is being called The Maker's Manual. I wanted to hack 5V to include like a custom class from a story I've been writing, a novel based off of that. So I was working on it and I realized that it could be completely different from 5th edition altogether. I'm not trying to move more toward being very mechanics heavy or being very storytelling heavy. I'm trying to find a mix where you can enjoy the game, enjoy the challenges of the mechanics, but also still have that room and flexibility to tell a social story, What I found lacking in 5e is that though a lot of people have taken the system and done really great, really fantastic stories with it. I think about Lost Initiative is a big story, a big thing that got me into D&D. They tell fantastic stories, but it doesn't really give you a lot of mechanics to focus on that. And then you go to other systems like Pathfinder and GURPS, and they give you a lot of mechanics to make your game more realistic and more fun and more, I guess, challenging. But they don't offer a lot when it comes to story-wise. So I think the maze, I tried to create things that can help with both, create enemies that can be both thematic and also not overbearing, create mechanics that can allow for customization to tell your own personal story, but also not just storytelling-wise, but also giving you that ability to make what you want, to have those fun combats. I just want to try to find that middle road that everyone seeks for when they make a TTRPG.
Temple starts shaking and dust falls from the ceiling, crumbles of rocks, and then suddenly, out from the center here, a bright light appears. And stepping out from that bright light is a goblin.
That's kind of why I wanted to build the maze. I wanted to build a framework of you being able to tell engaging, fun stories while also being able to play a game as well. A big challenge when it comes to these TTRPGs is finding that fine line between mechanical rules and storytelling aspects. There's some systems where you don't even roll dice, it's all just verbal and you make things up as you go. And there's other systems where every little thing you do is calculated and there's a chart for it. I want to use my storytelling skills to help guide me on what direction I want Maze to go in.
I'm gonna hit you.
Okay.
Well, goodbye.
That's like I
It
have
was
shield
good
faith.
to know you.
Huh?
I have shield of faith.
You should have faith.
Just being able to finish the thing would be great. Being able to look down at an actual physical copy that's finished and laid out with beautiful artwork and grammar being corrected and just the full thing done. Not editing, not balancing, not tweaking, but just have something complete. And honestly being able to share my work with other people who like to play TTRPGs, other people who might be interested in it. I think it'll be really cool just for someone who has no idea who I am or where I come from or why I did this to just pick up my book and have fun with it. That's honestly a dream of mine, just having someone who doesn't know me enjoy something I've created.
Where is everybody? Isn't Six supposed to be playing tonight?
That's tomorrow night, actually. A day earlier.
Oh, shoot. I must have misread my calendar then. Do you think I could park here overnight? I really had to drive hours to get here, so...
I mean, I don't care, but you might get a ticket.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yo.
Hey, I know you don't know me, but I've definitely seen you around before.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we were both at the Skull Hollow show this last summer. See? Proof.
You're that crazy who jumped off the stage, right? I think you broke your arm. How is that, by the way?
Yeah, well, it's all right and all healed now, and it was a pretty fun night, so all in all, I'd say it was honestly worth it.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are crazy Did you also come to the show early?
Yeah, I often misread my calendar.
So, like, what are you gonna do tonight? Like, my homie dropped me off, so basically I'm sort of stranded. Did you drive here? Did you get dropped off?
I drove here, and I live hours away, so I'm gonna be spending the night in my car.
That's kind of sketchy. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm sort of stranded. I know maybe this is kind of awkward, but I was wondering, maybe would you like want to hang out, or maybe I could stay in your car for the night? It'd probably be safer for you, honestly.
Honestly, that sounds like it could be a lot of fun. We can get in the front of the stage, and I'm totally in love with the lead singer, Brandon.
Okay, yeah, cool. Man, I'm down if you are.
Hell yeah, let's go. Can I bum a cigarette?
You want to smoke the joint?
Yes, I would love that. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, like that guy over there. Haha, acid flashbacks.
I just dress like this, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
It's like the things people do, like shrugging and
Yeah.
stuff. Because people just shrug at each other. Yeah, it's so fun to see like everything like people do, and like, you know, how like that
Yeah.
guy has a certain gesture to him, and like how he has certain like he does a certain thing.
Shit, you know what I mean?
It's like going to a comedy club for me.
Nerds.
Yeah, nerds. Yeah, he reads like fucking reading, right?
Little bitch.
It's all about podcasts. What's that now?
You know what I'm into? Was that like super hard and shit like that?
Well, like, I was pretty closer, but I was young and I didn't really understand the concept of death, really.
Yeah.
And it didn't really click in my head until, like, years later, like, she's gone, you know? So you really think about it, I'm like, fuck.
And it starts to come up, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, like, this really, like, weighted, hard, like, gut-wrenching feeling,
there,
and
yeah.
I can't sit and think about it, because if I do, it, like, really destroys me. And
I hear about your experience. Like they gave me fucking like 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you found out 6 months before that.
Life is running dry. You come and pour yourself.
Hey, good morning.
Yo. Yeah, that was a pretty good night. I have no clue I'm gonna have enough energy for this.
Well, thank you for protecting me anyways. Honestly, I don't think we got more than an hour of sleep.
Oh, we're not?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is one tiny thing I have to tell you before I forget.
Oh, sorry. My phone's ringing. I have to take this. I'm so sorry. One second.
It's fine. I'll
Hello?
tell you after.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I'm here right now. Yes. I'll be at the front of the stage. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Homie, is that the band?
Yeah. Hmm?
Are they on the side?
Oh. What are they doing setting up here so early? I have to take this opportunity to go meet Brandon.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Sick.
Vernon from Sick, right?
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of your music. I drove hours to see you tonight all the way from Houston.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Are you going to be up front for the show?
Yeah, I spent the night in my car, so I plan on getting in line early.
Right on, right on. Well, I might give you a shout then. I gotta go inside and start setting some stuff up, but I'll give you a shout. And
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Cool. Right
Thank
on.
you.
I'll see you in there then.
Yeah, for sure. It was
Yeah.
super nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Hey, I gotta use the restroom. I'll see you inside, okay?
Oh, then one more. Okay, man. I am so sorry. Like I tried to tell you earlier, but you. Anyway, so I'm not actually 21.
Oh.
I'm 20 and I have a fake ID. Usually it works, but I tried to show it to this guy and he was just like, no. But bottom line, I loved hanging out with you, but I'm not gonna be able to go to the show. I know it's your favorite band, so please just go have a good time. I'm really sorry.
Dude, I'm so sorry. But honestly, I'd rather spend the night with you instead. I think we really click. Do you want to get out of here?
I didn't think you'd say that, but yeah, I'd love to.
Hell yeah.
And I'm a reptile too, but it don't make no difference.